Hi everyone. I thought for today's video I would go over all of the resin work, all the batches that I've got lined up, all the ones that need some work doing on them, and just explain where I am in the process and what I've got to do, and do a little bit of work while I'm doing this video. So let's get straight onto it. So these are the first bits I need to deal with. These have been waiting for a little while, and that is because I haven't gotten round to sticking the charms to the background so that when I fill the bezel up with resin, the charms don't move around and stay where I want them to be. So this is the first bit that I'm going to do, is stick all these charms down. Stuck down. Some of them were a bit more fiddly than I remember. These little cogs, I forgot that some of them still had like spindles on them that I needed to cut off to make them fit, and yeah, trying to get them to stick down where I wanted them, that proved a little bit fiddly, but I got there. And so these are now done. I will let these dry overnight so that the glue is fully dry, and then I can pour the resin on them tomorrow. So this is the batch of seashell keyrings that I have to pour a second pour of resin on. Some of them might need a third pour, it just depends on how much surface tension I can get on the edge. It might be that I leave the resin to get a little bit more viscose in the pot before I pour it on, and then that will stop it from just flowing straight over the side. So I'm going to have a play with these ones tonight, because that is something that I can do. That will just be one mix of resin. All of these pieces are my quilled resin pendants and earrings. These are all going to be pendants, and this little bunch are in varying degrees of being completed. Some of them I can tell quite clearly what I need to do, and like this one, I've sanded it all down and I've prepped it, and it needs another pour of resin to make that shiny. This piece was a particular pain because I had completed it, and then when I was drilling the hole, the drill piece broke off in it. So I'm really annoyed because I like it, I like the piece, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to drill that out. Whether a masonry or a metal drill bit will be able to drill through, but it's a piece that I'm going to have to take out into the garage to rectify if I want to continue with it. So that's a bit annoying. But then this one, something obviously went wrong there, and I just need to again put another coat of resin on it or polish it out. I'll have to decide how drastic that is, because it's quite smooth, but polishing might not take that out, so I'll have to think about that. That's another one that just needs, it's been polished, and I just need to add another layer of resin to make it shiny on the back. And then I've got other ones that, this one's quite clear what it needs. It hasn't been domed on the back. You can see it's all flat. So that will be needing a couple of pours of resin to make that domed. And then we've got pieces like this that I thought I'd finished, and I poured one last pour of resin and it spilt over the side. As you can see, it went wrong. So I need to sand that off and reshape it to make it complete. And yeah, so these are generally needing just a little bit more dedicated time to finish them off and make them look perfect. And then finally, I have my board of quilled resin pendants, and these are the earrings. And these are the ones that I've been working on. I have decreased the amount that I had because I did have 2 boards worth, and now I'm down to the 1. But these get done at any point that I've got some spare resin just to do a couple of odd pieces. I will choose a couple of pieces that I think will use the resin up and just get them done. So that's how I've managed to decrease the amount of pieces that I've got, but I'm just still slowly working through them. As you can see, it always seems to be an ongoing process with my resin work. I think it's because it is a process that takes its time. You do have to do a pour of resin. You have to prep the stuff that you're going to encase in the resin first. Then you have to do the pour of resin and make sure that it is as bubble free as you can get it. And then you've got to wait for it to cure. And a lot of the pieces I do like to leave quite a while to fully cure so that they are solid, and work on them a bit. It makes working on them after that and finishing them up just a little bit easier. I'm pretty sure that there will be more resin updates in the future because, like I said, it's always an ongoing process. So I will be back again on Friday with my weekly how-to video, and I've got something a little bit cute lined up.